So if we look at my Ready application, you see in country detail view, we have a big card kind of, and each one has a different information like a row. So what we are going to do is to design this row and then to design separately this view. And then for the view, we just put number of rows we need. So let's start from designing a single row. After my search view, I'm going to say new SwiftUI file, country detail row. Each country detail row is going to have a text, value, color. This is reminding me something that we have already done, which is this here. So we copy this top part, put it here, and actually let's just type it. Typing is good. Instead of a horizontal stack and like we had here, everything is horizontally. Here we have a vertical stack and a horizontal stack. The reason we have a vertical stack is we want to put also this line here. So we have one horizontal stack and one item there. So I'm going to start with a VStack. And in my VStack, I'm going to have two things. Let's open a canvas here for a visual reference. Start from text. And this is going to be our name. All right, and let me just resume here to see what we are doing. All right, so we have this string. Then we want to have something next to it. So if I put another text, right now we are in VStack, it will go underneath, but I want it to go next to it. So we create an H stack. And now they are one next to another. And after our VStack, I'm going to put a divider, which is a nice line that separates my row. So now these two strings are touching each other, the two texts. What we can do is say spacer, and they will be pushed apart. Right, some of it we don't see now. It's much better. And let's add some parameters to our text. So we say font is body, padding, and let's give it a 5 here. And then for the first one is the name, and the second one I just copy and paste because this is going to be our number. And number, we actually want to give a color as well. So let me just copy this, paste it here, put it instead of body to have sub headline, and we pass a foreground color of color, which is the color we are going to pass to our view. And then after our divider, I'm going to add a padding of leading and then padding of trailing. All right, so it should give us, I'm missing a dot here. Yeah, let's resume. And this is our row. So once we have our row, let me stop the canvas, we can create this detail view. So let's go on the top level next to our recents. I'm going to create another SwiftUI file called this country detail view. All right. So in our country detail view, what we want to have is a country data. Because we want to show something to our user, and it's going to be a country data. And just to pass our test country data here, and our compiler should be satisfied. All right, let's see how it looks. We have a big view with some rows inside. So let's call this a vertical stack. And the reason it's VStack, of course, we want our views to be vertically stacked there. And for each row, we are going to create a country data row. So I'm going to say country detail row. And then I'm going to create one with a number, and it's going to be our country data dot confirmed, and we need to format it. The name is going to be confirmed. Color I'm not going to pass here because we want it to be the standard color. Then I want to copy and paste this, and this one will have a color of yellow, and this is going to be the critical ones, and call this critical. Yeah, let's copy this, paste it a few more times, and then we have, after our critical, we have our dev. And then we have the death percentage. Then we have recovered. Actually, I need to copy and paste it one more time to have the recovered percentage. All right, the death, the color is gonna be red. The death percent, the color is gonna be red, and these two are going to be green and green. And now to provide the information, the recovered is going to be recovered, not the rate, recovered. Death is the death, and this we need to format a string here. So we say string format percentage point to f, and I'm going to pass my country data dot fatality rate. Just copy this and paste it here, and this is gonna be a recovery rate. Nice. Command P, get rid of this text here so we don't have error. And let's actually look it at on our canvas here. Now we have our card view, kind of. Let's just give it a background color. Background color is gonna be color, and let me just quickly copy my text again. Where is it? then what we need here, we want to make some corner radius. It's gonna be 8, and let's add some padding. And let's make the indentation right. No, we don't want to diagnose. We want to build again and see why it is complaining. This is our VStack. Okay, we are missing, I think. Yeah. Oh, here we are missing a curly, a brace there actually. Okay, let's resume. No, we don't want to run. Now we have our corner radius, we have our padding, and we have a card. The problem is our card is in the middle of the view, and I want to push it a bit on top, actually, not a bit, but to the top. So the solution here will be to put some spacer underneath to push this. But right now, all we have is a VStack. And if I put a spacer here, I will see that everything will be pushed up, but not the card. And how to fix it is to take all this, move it one right, and we put another VStack here. And we close the VStack here. And now I can put a spacer after my first VStack, and my card will go up without creating an empty card area here. And for our big area to work much better, I'm going to put a padding of top to be 50, so it doesn't touch anything there. And then I want to give it a navigation bar title, because every country we look, we want to put the name of the country there. So I say dot navigation bar title is equals to our country data dot country. The navigation bar is not going to show here because, of course, here we didn't declare any navigation bars, but we have a navigation view, and we're going to push this into our navigation view. So I'm getting rid of my canvas, going to my recents tab, and here in our list, we want to create this navigation link, which is going to be our row. So if I just push one, this country row one in, create a navigation link, and we want to tell the destination of our navigation link. The destination is going to be our country detail view, and to initialize it, we have to give it a country data, which obviously we have from here. And then is active label, this is not something we need. So I just get rid of it, put a curly brace here, cut my country row detail here, and we are good to go, I guess. Let's just run. And you can see we have this mark here, which means it shows us that it's a clickable. Once I click, it takes me to the new view, and I have a country information with all the data here. I can see we need some padding here on top for our confirmed row. So let's go to our country detail view, and on the first only, I'm going to put a padding from top, and let's rerun. Let's check it out again, and we have some nice spacing here. Everything looks beautiful. All right, the first section is done. We can search, we get the data, we can search, we can see the recent information, and we can see the country detail. The second part is adding a map. And how it's going to work is, let's see here, we just click, it shows the user current location, and each country has a pin on it with the name of the country, confirmed cases, and the number of deaths registered. So if we zoom out, you can see the world map with all the countries. You can just click on them and you can get the information on each one. In order to show this map view, since the SwiftUI doesn't have a map view, we're going to use the standard map view from MapKit. And to display it in our SwiftUI, we need to make a little bit of workaround.